Good evening, everybody. Caroline from Inspired to Change in Thrapston, Northamptonshire. Actually, I'm in Islip, a little tiny village just next door for those of you who aren't local. Thank you very much for joining me this evening for our wind down. This is that lovely part of the day where we just bring down all of the stresses and worries of the day, just so that we're nice and ready and peaceful and we get a better night's sleep. So I've had a busy day today. I don't know what you guys have been up to, but I always think it's really important that we stop and celebrate some of our achievements. So easy for us just to whiz through our to-do list, ticking them off, and not really stopping and appreciating what we've achieved. So I'd like you to do that now. Actually, I'd like you to just think about something that you have achieved during your day. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is, just the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you to think of something that you've achieved. And I want you just to celebrate that achievement. Just a little internal dance, a little smile to yourself, just to say, yeah, well done me. I did that today. Fantastic. Because otherwise, we aren't making the most of all of that hard work we're putting in. When we celebrate our achievements, when we acknowledge what we've done, we get that lovely boost of serotonin into our brain that just helps us to feel more balanced, more happy, more positive, and helps to light up all the connections in our brain. And the more of that we're getting, the more easier we find it to deal and cope with all of the challenges that come at us through our day. So thanks everybody for joining me this evening. Hi Gary, hi Helen, hello Emma and Lizzie, and also hi to Max. Glad you could all join me. Just getting everybody to think about something that they have achieved today, no matter how small, and just do a little internal dance to go, yay, I did that. Just so that we can make the most of that. So it's time for our wind down, time for our lovely guided relaxation to get you ready for a beautiful, restful night's sleep. So the first thing that I want you to do is just to relax some muscles, okay? So I want your arms out in front of you. I want you to squeeze your fists together and squish your shoulders up towards your ears really, really, really tightly. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Caroline, this isn't relaxing muscles. This is tensing them. But what you're going to do next is to let go. And that is you relaxing your muscles, okay? Not only does it feel nice when you have unscrunched everything, but you send a lovely, great big signal up to your brain that says it's time to relax, okay? And I don't know where you are. I'm in my chair here. I've got a cushion behind me. Got my nice cup of chamomile tea. I want you just to wriggle around a little bit and make sure you're nice and comfy. Just find that lovely, comfy position. If you've got a blanket, maybe snuggle in your blanket. Whatever feels nice for you. And whenever you feel comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close. And just allow, first of all of the sounds around you, the sounds in the room, sounds outside the room, just to really come to the fore, to really hear those sounds. Maybe identify them, give them names. And then I want you just to let them fade into the background. Just aware that they're there, just that anchor to the rest of the world, as you let all of your attention now just drift to your breathing. As you follow each gentle breath in and each gentle breath out. Just really noticing the sensations of breathing as you do. As the air rushes in through your nose, and the rise of your chest, and the rise of your abdomen, as you follow each gentle breath in and each gentle breath out. Just breathing in calm and relaxation, and breathing out any tension and anxiety. Just breathing in calm and relaxation, and breathing out any tension and anxiety. You can just allow your breathing to slow down now as you become aware of your mind and your body starting to relax. And now I want you to think about the top of your head. Many people don't realize that tension often starts in those little muscles of the scalp. So I want you to think about those little muscles on the skin of your scalp and just allow them to let go and relax. Now all the muscles of your face, just let them go slack. Your forehead and your eyes and eyelids, the cheeks, mouth and jaw muscles. It's a wonderful feeling when you let your face totally relax, because you can actually feel the skin settling, smoothing out. It might mean that your mouth opens slightly, but whatever's best for you, just let it happen. Unclenching your teeth and relaxing your tongue. Because the more you physically relax, the more you can mentally relax. Thinking about your neck and your shoulder muscles now, and into the tops of your arms, letting all tensions drain away as you then calm down through your elbows, into your forearms, down through your wrists and into your hands, right the way down into the very tips of your fingers and the tips of your thumbs, just letting all those muscles let go and relax. Now think about your breathing, noticing that you're breathing even more steadily, even more slowly, as you relax more and more. So you can let any tension in the chest area simply drain away, as you then calm down to your stomach muscles, letting those muscles relax too. Think down into your back now, the long muscles either side of the spine. Just let those muscles relax. And your waist and your main thigh muscles, as you then come down through your knees, down to the shins and calves, just allowing all those areas to relax and let go. As you then come down through your ankles, through your feet, into the very tips of your toes, all the muscles of your body beautifully relaxed and easy. And now you're so beautifully relaxed. Nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing whatsoever for you to do except relax. I want you just to let your mind and your imagination drift, feeling lazy, easy and comfortable. And I want you to imagine that you're standing on the terrace of a lovely old house. A house like a stately home or country mansion perhaps. And you can feel the sun on your head and shoulders. It's not too hot, it's just comfortable. And there's a gentle breeze playing against your skin. And as you look around you, you notice an elegant marble flight of steps. 10 broad steps leading down into a beautiful sunken garden. It's a garden where you sense peace, well-being and comfort. Make it really vivid in your mind now. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. And as I count down all the way from 10 to 0, I want you to imagine that each number is a step down on this beautiful staircase. It's a step down towards this beautiful garden. And each step you take is another step down into deeper and even deeper levels of relaxation. So that by the time you get to 0, you will be as deeply relaxed as you can ever imagine, while still being able to hear and respond to the sound of my voice. 10. Take the first step down now, relaxing and letting go. 9. Feeling more and more relaxed. There's no need to hurry, There's plenty of time. 8. Moving down easily now. 7. Deeper and deeper. 6. Deeper still. Your breathing becoming slower and steadier. 5. Already relaxing now. Just let go. 4. Becoming calmer and calmer. 3. Calmer still now. 2. More and more relaxed. 1. All the way down now to 0. And now you find yourself in this wonderful garden. And you can feel the softness of the newly cut grass beneath your feet as the scent of masses upon masses of brightly coloured flowers seems to envelop you. And there's the gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly in the stillness of the air. It's almost a magical place, stretching away into the distance as far as the eye can see in all directions, with beautiful shrubs, tall, elegant trees, and there's an ornamental fountain which seems to feed into a gently trickling stream. And this fascinates you, and you wander to the edge of the stream, and you gently lower yourself down onto the soft, grassy bank, and you just sit for a while, gazing into the cool, clear water, marvelling at the sense of tranquility that sweeps over you, and listening to the faint sound of the fountain splashing into the pool that feeds this gentle stream. And after a little while, you lay back on the grass and you gaze up at the clearest of blue skies. And as you relax more and more, your eyes begin to close as you just drift off into a deep and a relaxing sleep. And as you sleep, you have a dream. You dream that your whole body is becoming lighter, lighter and lighter. It's so light that you feel you must surely begin to float on air at any moment. And then you feel yourself just floating and drifting, gently borne aloft and supported by the softest of warm breezes. And you can somehow see, through your closed eyelids, that you're floating in a sea of colour. A warm sea of colour that relaxes and comforts you as you just drift, suspended in warmth and colour that seems somehow unreal, and yet at the same time has a comfortingly familiar feel to it. You're aware of misty reds and orange, soft muted yellow tones, gentle greens and blues that seem somehow like clouds, and the deepest, softest indigos and violets that you could ever have imagined. And it begins to dawn on you that you're floating in a rainbow, a magical rainbow, because in this rainbow, time and space doesn't exist in the same way that we usually know it. You might have floated there for just a moment, or for 100 years, maybe for a lifetime, or just perhaps for the blinking of an eye. You could have floated forwards in time, to a time that could be far beyond your future, or maybe even back in time, back before your own lifetime. And it gradually begins to seem to you that you might even be able to float here for just as long as you wish, with this wonderful, relaxing feeling, just floating and drifting through this magical sea of gentle, flowing colours, where time seems to be suddenly of so little importance. And you're still pondering on these thoughts when you feel yourself beginning to float gently downwards, lower and lower, softly sinking down through this beautiful rainbow, becoming even more relaxed, even more lazy, until eventually you realize that you've stopped floating downwards, and you find yourself on the shore of a tranquil lake. A large tranquil lake, surrounded by softly rolling hills, shrouded in a gentle silver mist. There are trees and sweetly scented flowering shrubs, and there are grasses growing at the water's edge. And everything is bathed in a beautiful golden light. A golden light that seems to bathe everything in its warmth. And you find yourself marveling at the deep sense of calmness and comfort that seems to fill your entire being, as you stroll lazily along the sandy shore of this wonderful lake, noticing with a sort of lazy curiosity that it seems to be constantly changing colour. Subtle changes blending so smoothly that it's difficult for you to know exactly when limpid blue has become a deep soft violet, or when that deep violet became a relaxing translucent green. The changes of colour fascinate you, and you settle yourself down onto a small, smooth rock, and you just gaze out across the crystal clear waters. And as you relax there, I'd like you to imagine that you can see a small white cloud appear somewhere off near the horizon. It comes towards you quite quickly, growing larger as it approaches until it's immediately overhead. And this is the largest, fluffiest, whitest cloud that you can ever remember seeing. And you somehow know, just by instinct, that you can let all your worries, all your cares, all your fears just drift up towards this large white cloud. And you can actually see them drifting away from you in a long, slow spiral, maybe like smoke from a bonfire, just spiraling away from you towards this large white cloud. And this cloud absorbs all your worries into itself, swallowing up all your fears and anxieties and becoming steadily darker all the time. Until, just as it reaches its darkest, just as the last part of that spiral of your worries and cares disappears inside it, the sun bursts through, dispelling every one of your worries, every one of your fears and anxieties right to the edges of the universe, leaving you totally relaxed and perfectly at ease with yourself, without a single care in the world. And as you go deeper now, each easy breath just relaxing you more, calming you, you can be aware of how comfortable and peaceful you're becoming as your body relaxes and your mind relaxes with it, filling you completely. And I'd like you to imagine now that you're in a sailing boat all alone, floating on a lake. All around the mountains, their steep sides covered with forested pine trees, their peaks are snow-capped. And you've sailed to the very centre of the lake, enjoying the fresh crispness of the air and the scent of the pine forest that carries the breeze that drives the boat forward, fitting the sails at a gentle but exhilarating pace. The splash and the gurgle of the water as the boat cuts through the gentle swell, the creaking of the rigging and the crack of the sails as they fill with each gentle gust of air. You can be aware of how good you feel, alone with your own thoughts, alone with the sounds of nature all around, a calm, natural peace that knows no concerns or troubles. Nothing disturbs that peace. Nothing bothers you at all. And now the wind drops to almost nothing. The sails flap limply as they empty of the wind that drives the boat forward. The surface of the water becomes calm, still, flat as a mill pond. The surface ruffled only now and then by a gentle breeze. You feel the sun warming your skin, comfortably warm, soothing and relaxing you. The quiet surrounds you now, broken only by the gurgle of water beneath the hull. The faint sound of birdsong, the occasional splash as a fish rises to take an insect. Calm, peaceful tranquility surrounds you and envelops you. And you lie down now on a soft cushion on the bottom of the boat, unconcerned at the lack of wind, knowing that the engine is there and in perfect working order when and if required. And you look up at the crystal clarity of the blue sky. Small clouds, perfect and white, hang above and around the tops of the mountains, visible from where you are so relaxed and comfortable. The still air carries some sounds of some fishermen casting their line from the shore. And there, the distant tone of a church bell calms you, relaxing you more with each note. And high in the sky, a jet trail marks the progress of an airliner, etching its progress towards the far reaches of this wonderful world. And you relax even deeper, feeling within a calm, comfortable happiness. It is so pleasant. It's so very nice. And the boat drifts, rising and falling with the almost non-existent swell. And you're looking now at the very tip of the mast as it sways gently. It appears to touch the clear blue sky above. The air is so clean here, you can taste it. You can feel the calm tranquility. Absorb that gentle peace. And you drift too, with thoughts that are pleasant and calming. You breathe in peace and calm with every gentle breath, breathing out anxiety and stress. And here you have the time to reflect on those things that have caused you stress. You have time now to assess carefully and with a clarity never before available to you the importance and the relevance of so many different things. You realize that you've fallen into a habit that has proved stressful for you. You reacted to stress in the same way that a bull responds to a red rag. So you resolve now to ignore those red rags and to calmly reflect and decide on the most peaceful and effective way to live your life. Calmly, confidently, in control, knowing that you are in control of you and your life. Things that are stressful are so because we allow them so to be. And you are now that person who is aware that you do have the choice. You choose to be calm and unaffected by the rush and the hurry, to make unhurried and calculated decisions that are the right ones for you and those who are important to you. You can be aware now of the peace, the calm, the confidence that fills you, expanding within you. And you enjoy the stillness, the warmth of the sun, the subtle sounds of nature all around, the sights and the scents that can allow you to be aware of the larger world, the depth of water beneath you, the natural world at peace with itself, as all troubles and cares fade into unimportance, insignificance. You feel so much stronger now, aware that that strength comes from deep within you. It was there all the time, hidden for a time beneath turmoil and stress, but now no longer shrouded within a veil of negativity or lack of confidence. It shines through, and you recognize the strength that is yours, and you resolve now to use that which is yours to your highest benefit. And as the boat drifts, you know it can be so easy to allow the prevailing winds to take you wherever they will. But in your vessel, you have the power when winds blow to tack and to steer, using the winds as you choose to guide which is the right way for you. And you have in reserve too that engine, that power which can mean to you that you have complete choice in the way you go. But it can be pleasant to drift, knowing that you can choose freedom, calm, confidence, and you will you not? And if you ever feel burdened and stressed, you can choose to get into your boat and drift whenever you want to, whenever you need to, using the strength that is yours, and so growing stronger and stronger with every day. So I wonder now if you can think of a time when you simply laid back on the grass and just stared up into the sky. Sometimes the weather is so fine and the sun is so warm that there just doesn't seem anything more relaxing and perfect to do. And although it's nice to lie with your eyes closed, it's also fun to stare up and watch the clouds. And you'll see that they never stay still, because clouds are always changing shape. They'll put themselves into patterns that look like faces or animals. Sometimes the cloud shapes are fun and happy, and sometimes they're scary or sad. But all pass on. As old clouds move away, new different clouds will appear. And so it is with life. Sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. Change happens. And the wonderful thing about that is that the difficult times will pass, just as the clouds change, every moment of every day. Yesterday has gone, and with it is gone all the influences that could make it different. Tomorrow is but a myth that we can colour with imagination. But today, this very moment, all is real. And for this moment we live, and then that too is gone, either seized upon and enjoyed, or wasted. And you can choose too which reality is yours. And you will you not? And I'd like you now just to take another deep breath in, hold it for a moment, then take a lovely, nice, long out breath. As you get towards the end of that breath, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps start to roll your shoulders back. Maybe have a nice, lovely stretch. Stretch those arms, stretch those legs. Start to bring your awareness back to the room. Start to be aware of the sounds around you coming back in. So whenever you're ready, you can just allow your eyes to open. Just knowing that you have all the skills and resources that you could ever need to be the very best version of you. Calm, relaxed, and confident in every situation. The very best version of you. I hope you take this lovely, calm, relaxed feeling into the rest of your evening, into your sleep. I hope you have the most beautiful, restful, restorative sleep this evening. I'd like you just to do one more tiny little thing for me. Just before you close your eyes tonight, as you get into bed, I want you just to think about one little thing that you're looking forward to tomorrow. Just hold that in your mind as you drift off to sleep, knowing that that's going to be the first thing in your mind as you wake up in the morning. Lovely way to get yourself started. So relax and enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Join us tomorrow morning, 8:30, for the motivation start to your day. I can't for the life of me remember who's doing it in the morning, but drop in on any of our Facebook pages and you'll see a post that tells you where to go to get your morning motivation. Good night, everybody. Relax.